Okay, here in round one we have the choice. Gonna play first, and yeah, keep this. Decent distribution. We can play What's His Butt on turn 2, which we probably will. So let's do it. Couple expensive double blue spells, which makes it a bit more awkward, but this was absolutely a keepable hand. Alright, the Necrobite makes me feel a little bit better too. Alright. So leaving the Eidolon back. It's a pretty decent draw, I guess. We did eventually need the second blue source. So we'll just chill out, offer the trade, the Necrobite up. No trades, no plays. Alright. No trades, no plays. Interesting. Alright, let's bust the Disciple out. And pass. Ooh, Sentry of the Underworld's a good one. Alright, so we get the luxury of swinging with Disciple, which is nice. Guess we could technically Fate Foretold too. Maybe this motivates him to want to block even more. Ooh, it's kind of nice. So I guess I can actually swing with Team here. Because if he blocks, I get to Necrobite. Yeah. This is fine. No blocks. That's nice. So I can even kill the Sun Guide too, which is nice. So I guess we'll debating whether I want to Pharykis Cure now or wait. Let's just chill. I gotta leave up the Necrobite in case he's got some nice answer for Sphinx's Disciple. Yeah, it's a pretty good one, I guess. So we'll get a card, I guess. Alright. I'm going to take the damage. I don't want to get Battle-Wise Valored and take more damage. I'd rather do it at the end of his turn. So if he's got the Valor, he can do it now. Yeah. Alright. Let's just bust out the Kraken now. Let's get the big man out there. Guess I could have swung with the Eidolon, but he has the regen mana, so makes less sense. I guess he does have to pay 3 life to regen, but that's alright. No attacks, which actually doesn't make sense because he's got Vigilance. Hmm. Dictative Erebus is pretty good. Alright. He is regenning, though. So, I guess we'll do the Fleshmad Steed. And Cloaked Siren at the end of his turn, or Necrobite to protect our Kraken if we need to. Rise of Eagles was also an option there, but I wanted to leave up Necrobite because I like the Kraken so much. Marauders, not that big of a deal, especially considering we've got some dudes. So I can actually flash in Cloaked Siren's Surprise Block Sentry, which will tap it. But it's got Intimidate, so I take that back. I can't. So I guess we'll take our 3. At this point, let's just build a board and then win with it. So just a land away from the Kraken. I'm not going to play around board sweepers. Drown in Sorrow, I guess, would be a Dream Breaker. Yeah, it would actually be terrible because he'd lose his guy and we'd have to sack our Kraken, but that's how it's going to go down anyway. We did pass the Drown in Sorrow as well. It's a bit of a concern. It is a bit of a concern. I think we're going to go for it anyway. At least I get to scry. Ooh, putting that on top. Could just do the Cloaked Siren now. He gets to regen, but he loses 3. That way it doesn't punish us as bad. Because I have lethal anyway, I'm actually gonna go for it. This isn't that bad. He gets to block and regen. He still loses 3. So if he's got the Drown in Sorrow, I basically lose my Cloaked Siren, but at a price to him. If he doesn't have the Drown in Sorrow, I did just lose my guy, but it's not needlessly because he still lost 3. So I got a little bit of upside, and I'm not punished as bad by Drown in Sorrow. Ooh, Grey Merchant's good though. Well, thankfully we've got Cruel Feeding, so that's good. Let's tap down Dude and tap down Dude. Scry. Ooh, I like that spell. And let's get in with some dudes. And gain about 1 trillion life, if possible. Alright, and we get a concession. Okay, so white, black, Grey Merchant, Sentry, Sun Guide, Infusion, Dictate's certainly good. That card's just good. I'm glad we have a lot of evasion. More more stuff to combat our opponent. I don't see anything particularly bad against him in our main deck, or anything in our sideboard that would be better, per se. Claim, I guess, would let us sit back and kill him, but I don't know if that's the right move. I think we keep it the same. Just go ahead and try this again. One lander. I think we should probably mulligan just to be safe. And two lander I'll keep. Got the Thaumaturge, so whatever. This is actually, yeah, 2 mana with the with the Thaumaturge. I like that. Oh, our opponent mulligan too, so I guess that makes me feel a little bit better. Could also play the Spiteful Return first, but we'll see if he's got a solid 2-drop play. He does indeed. So I guess we'll do the Thaumaturge to follow up. We're going to take a little bit of an Oresco Sun Guide beating for a couple turns while we sort of get ourselves situated. Ah, read the bones. All right. Got a little card advantage there, not bad. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get in. Like I said, we're just patiently waiting here. Nice thing is we get to do Spiteful Return next turn on our Thaumaturgist, which is pretty good. Alright, he gains some life. And we're going to take it, see what he follows up with, if anything. Emissary. Alright, so excellent opportunity to use the Sudden Storm. For 2 mana, which is just awesome. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I like me that. Alright. Let's do this thing. Get some hexproof going. Get some 5 swing going. So Silence the Believers currently, if I targeted 2 guys, it would cost me what, 4 mana or 3 mana? 3 black mana though. So I do need a 3rd black mana to be able to cast Silence the Believers twice. That is something to keep in mind. But I believe it would only cost me 3 mana. Deathbringer Lampads. I may just toast that dude with silence, but I would like one more black source to really capitalize hard. Docker Mystic, not quite. So do I want to silence now? I just want to see how much it would cost me. Cost me 5 mana to do 2 targets. I see. Instead of 7. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Hmm. Guess we swing. So I could have toasted the land pads. I'm going to see if he wants to block first. I'll give him the opportunity to, because I guess this trade's not that bad for us. He does want to make the trade, which is reasonable. And technically we could silence something on the backswing. Kind of want the Mystic, though, too. This is tough. Let's get the Mystic out this turn. This way, if he bestows, I'll do something about it on my turn. Alright. So we're going to take our 6 here. No more plays. That's nice. Okay, I guess we're... swinging for 3. Not going to play around God's willing. So I could do it now, preventing him from gaining the life. Does sort of make sense. Guess we do it. No reason to let him gain the life. He could bestow on here instead, but I'm not thrilled about it. Oh, he did have Drowning Sorrow. Alright, well, that was pretty good value reaped there. There's our land. Let's drop the Disciple. Alright, so creature in hand and we lose it. And that is game. Alright. Got us pretty good there. Did miss a land drop, and we had a mulligan, so it always hurts the chances a bit. But I guess our opponent mulliganed too, so I think it was that Read the Bones was the real ace in the hole for him. Font of Fortunes, don't want to bring you in. Probably not. Don't want to bring anything in. No. Well, okay, so he brought in Drown in Sorrow, which does surprisingly kill a lot of our guys. Maybe we drop the Steed, bring in the Triton, since it blocks the Sun Guide better and doesn't die to Drown in Sorrow. Yeah, I can get behind that. I like that. Disciple seems worse because it's so damn expensive, but it does fly. Alright, I'm cool with this. Let's try it again. We'll play first. Unfortunate mulligan. Well, I guess we could keep one lander with the Mystic. And then we have Omen Speaker. No, let's just get a better hand. Alright, I guess technically this does constitute a better hand. Almost want to use Mystic right away. Rather than attack. Just because kind of need to get fixed, but I guess powering guys out is usually a pretty good plan, so let's nix that and just start getting in for now. Although, we will be needing a black source at some point. And yes, we're playing into a Drown in Sorrow. I realize that, but what can I say? I like to live dangerously. Alright, get in with the Thaumaturge. Gotta use the Mystic now because I don't want to miss a land drop. We'll draw 'em, I'll get my swamp, and we'll pass. Value reaped from Drown in Sorrow, of course. Get our servant out there. Grim Guardian. Yeah, I guess that could be worse. Let's see if we can get a land here. That would be nice. There's a land. It's Fate Foretold first. Spiteful Returned is cool. Alright. Swinging with the Servant. And we'll pass. So next turn I can Spiteful Returned, Bestow, and hopefully do a little bit more work. Uh-oh. Yeah, the card's pretty good. But still punishing with our servant, which is good news for us. Let's get the return on there. It's some pretty good value. Thankfully, Silence the Believers gets around Dictate, which is pretty awesome. Wow, double Grim Guardian? That's really impressive. There's only one pack you get those from. Alright. Yep. Swinging. See if we can get a land here. Omen Speaker's pretty good. Kraken and an island. And we're currently at 5 mana, so this will let me play the Kraken, but we're nowhere near the Cure or the Silence the Believers, both of which I want, but I still think we keep them both. We just gotta do that plan instead. That way next turn we can play Rise of the Eagles, which is very good. Okay. I like that plan. Swing again. Alright. Mm. 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 Don't like that. Don't like that. Don't like that. And board's getting a little screwed up looking. All right. Guess we swing, actually. No point keeping him around. Especially since we've got the Fate Foretold. Makes sense to me. Alright, we'll kill it. Draw a card, get a Spiteful returned. Get Kraken. Let's drop the Rise of the Eagles. Guess he doesn't have Drown in Sorrow anymore, so that's good. Island, yeah, that brings us about one away from the Kraken, I guess. Yeah, we'll leave it on top. We're not in immediate danger here. So, I think the right move is block here, and then if I make the trade on the Sun Guide, I've got to sack a creature. I guess I could technically sack my Omen Speaker. I do want to keep him off the life gain, since that's pretty beneficial for him. Alright, I think we block Bird here, and I'm going to sack my Omen Speaker. No plays, that's good. Let's drop this, let's get our Kraken out there, and we're just one mana away from winning the game with him. Alright. Some life loss here. So he swings Marauders, I block with Kraken, I have to sack a creature, otherwise I take 3. I'll take 3 this turn, see if we get the land. That way we win. See if we can get a land here, and we do. Okay, so let's just tap. Alright, sweet. Got round 1. That was a close match. Guy had a good deck. Multiple Grim Guardians, Dictate of Erebus. Surprisingly, this didn't do as much work as I expected it to. Maybe it's just because we have a pretty decent amount of flyers, but yeah, that was a good match. Alright, I'll see you round 2.